Welcome back to my channel. It's Angela. And welcome back to, I don't even know what day it is. I think it's 9/28/2025. It's Sunday. I usually do my week ahead spread today. I do the energy, obstacle, and advice of the week ahead with a tarot deck that I usually use for the outgoing deck that I used in the previous week. This is the deck I used previous week when I wasn't curled up in a ball praying for death, because I was sick all week, like really bad, to the point I needed to go I went to the hospital. I was checked into the hospital for 24 hours. But this is the Verdance Tarot by Stephanie Puman Law. And then I decided to use a different oracle deck, the Oracle of the Awakening, and for some reason by Leilani Simone. This is the mass market by Wiser Books version, and the Verdance Tarot is Llewellyn. I use that oracle deck as a theme of the overall spread, and for some reason 3 cards fell out instead of just one, so I kept them all in just to see what the words are on the cards. I just find that interesting that 3 fell out. But I have the energy, obstacle, and advice, and I do a little meditation ahead of time. I draw the cards and I don't look at them until I'm doing the reading. So why don't we go ahead and kick this off, because we have 2 extra oracle cards this time, and these are edged in this metallic-y purple, mauve, whatever. It's gorgeous. Anyway, the cards I read were shadow work, forgiveness, and unconditional love. So forgiveness really stands out there. Oh, 2 froggies. Medicine journey, awaken, heal, and realization. So I think that's interesting because I'm on like a massive dose of steroids and some other stuff for my cold that turned into pneumonia that turned into a whole bunch of issues. So I find that interesting that that's the kind of the theme of the week also, is this medicine journey of healing. And then we have kindred, tribe, ancestry, chosen family. Ooh, I find that fascinating as well. My real family just had a family reunion this weekend. I was not invited. They always forget me, and then they're like, why didn't you show up? Well, no one invited me. But I've long said that your chosen family is probably the most important, because they're the ones that you choose. They're the ones that usually understand you the most. I have family members that I can tell you right now they have no idea what kind of person I am. And that's blood related, that should know, that choose to not care. Versus my chosen family that if I don't talk to them every other day, they're like, hey, what's going on with you? So I found that very interesting. So let's just keep those 3 cards in mind for the week, and how they kind of pertain to our daily lives as we move forward this week. So let's get to the nitty gritty here. So for the energy of the week, I pulled, oh my god, this is my favorite card in the deck, and it is the Justice card. Look how beautiful he is. Beautiful. It's a very lightly colored deck, and it's very hard to read the suits down there, but he is stunning. This crane, heron, whatever he is gorgeous, and that's why he's my favorite card in there. Gorgeous. But Justice, interesting. I had something happen the last couple days, that several things, now that I'm thinking about it, medically, also with my job, that I really had to take a step back and was like, whoa. One, medically, I would not have been as sick as I've been. And according to my doctor that I went and seen in the hospital, the reason they kept me, I was on the verge of a massive heart attack because of the illness causing pressure on my heart, stressing my heart out. The blood work they took showed I was on the verge of a massive heart attack. So that's why they kept me for 24 hours, was to calm everything down. And I was stunned because another doctor I have gave me medication for arthritis, and has been I've been on this medication for like 2, 3 years. She never told me that it could lower my ability to fight things off, such as a common cold. And because of this negligence, this medication almost caused me to have a massive heart attack. And God knows what would have happened at that point. So I find that fascinating. Also, this doctor looked at the notes because all of my stuff is connected to this hospital because it branches off into different clinics. So all of my doctors are basically at this hospital. So they all have record of everything I've been through. And he said it's fascinating because I just saw her a couple of weeks ago, my rheumatologist, that prescribed this pill. Why did my music just go off? Sorry. I'm gonna pause it because it's going to commercial. She wrote on there that there was some word they called it, of my blood work that she had looked at to see if it had spiraled or gotten high. And when it gets to a certain level, it's concerning because it could shut down my liver, it could cause a heart attack, all kinds of things. And she even wrote, this doctor in the ER told me, well, she wrote it in the notes 2 weeks ago when you saw her, that it was elevated above where it should be. And then when I went to see him, and when I went to the ER and he ran more blood work, it was double that amount. And I'm like, are you freaking serious? Like, she knew it was high, and I never got a call back saying this is what your blood work said. Never called me and said, hey, maybe we should pause on this medication. Nothing. And I was furious. So I feel like that can come into play here because I've been contemplating switching rheumatologists for a while, and this just kind of put the nail in the coffin right there. Because, yes, I'm trying to ease my arthritic pain, but not at the level of it shutting down my heart or my liver, because I need those things to live. So, yeah, this was crazy. The other thing was some stuff at work that it's a big deal, but at the same time it's not a big deal. It just kind of stepped on my toes and hurt my feelings because I've put my life into this job. And especially in the last year and a half, that's all you guys have heard me talk about, was how I'm working 24/7. We expanded. I'm losing my mind, but I'm still sticking it out. I would go to work sick, tired, overworked, underpaid. Work is all I did. I would work weekends if they needed it. All these things. And then because I was out for 4 days sick, I couldn't work. There were some comments made that got back to me by way of an accidental text to me. It was never meant for me to see. That just kind of hurt my feelings, and was like, I put so much into this, and for you to say these things, I have not confronted this person, but I did screenshot it just in case. So there's a lot of maybe this extending past what happened this weekend and this coming week. I feel like that's interesting. And it doesn't necessarily mean this is for me. I read this for the collective. So take that how you guys want it. If you guys are going through, some form of justice is going to be met here in this coming week. That's the energy. Or maybe it's just you, like me, wanting that form of justice done, even if it doesn't get done. You know what I'm saying? We need some kind of justice in our life. For the obstacle, because I just spent way too much time on it. Oh my gosh, love this card too. It's the Strength card. Look at him. Look how beautiful. I feel like these two go hand in hand. If you're out to, I want to say destroy somebody because that's how angry I am, but I'm not that type of person. So if you're out to get justice for something done wrong to you, and there has to be legal matters involved, you may need to dig deep for the strength to pull it off, to carry it through, to see the whole thing through. Now, I'm not saying I'm going into any legal matters, I'm just going to probably fire my rheumatologist because this is like the 5th time there's been something happen because of her choices treating me that I've almost been injured. And this one was a big one. But yeah, I'm just I'm icky about it. So I do feel like if there's a legal matter that you have to pay a lawyer for or something like that, it's gonna take strength. It's gonna take tenacity. It's gonna take your willingness to see it to the end. That's how I see that strength card. That is the obstacle. So it may be that you're just not invested enough, or you have doubts because you're like, I don't have enough money to pay a lawyer, but I need to do this. There's always ways around that. So I feel like maybe this isn't your obstacle card. This is your card that lets you know you need to dig deep. The strength is there.
37.
Sorry about that. My husband walked through. He's watching. It's football season again. And of course, the Chiefs are playing his favorite team. His team he grew up with. And right now they're kicking butt. So he's excited. Usually it's really loud in here when they're running. So I will be pausing it again in a minute when he walks back in. But because he walked outside. But yeah. That's what I feel like here on the strength card is you have the strength, believe that you do, and I think that's more the obstacle is not believing in yourself enough to know that you have that strength to carry out this justice. I feel like I've talked a lot, and I'm sorry I haven't even coughed or nothing, which is fabulous, because, yeah, it's been rough. Advice for the week. Hold on a second. Okay, and we got the Hangman, which is interesting. And it almost looks like these are poppies. And he's caught up in some red string hanging from the tree. Gorgeous card. I don't know if anybody else has noticed, but they're all majors this week. All of the cards are majors. So this is going to be a big deal. Something that takes all of your strength, all of your courage, looking at it from all sides, not just your perspective, but other perspectives as well. I don't feel like this necessarily, it can apply to me, and I'm applying it in certain situations of my life, but this is not my reading. It's for someone out there that, and I do feel like it's more a legal thing, with lawyers involved, but you need to dig deep, have that strength to carry it through, because it is that important that you need to carry through with the legal proceedings, but you also need to walk into it not mad because it's only your side that's the side that wins. There are all sides to the story. So you need to come into it with a clear head, and be able to be the hangman and look from all directions, because things will come at you from all directions trying to stop you from proceeding with this legal matter. Let's see what these cards are again here. We got shadow work, forgiveness, and unconditional love. So I think that applies to whatever you're needing to proceed with. You're initially angry. And this shadow work is working on forgiving that person. That also, to me, goes with the hangman, because if you're angry, you're only looking at things from your perspective. I'm right. That's the end of the story. Period. But the hangman sees everything from all perspectives, right? Or he should be. And I think that forgiving this person or entity, we'll say, is the first step in becoming that hangman and really seeing things from all perspectives, because you don't want to come into this one-sided. And then we got the medicine journey, awaken, heal, realization. That to me comes with, the realization comes in with these as well, where you're realizing, I need to come at this from many perspectives. Like, I need to see all sides. I need to be aware and clear of what all the sides are first. And then the kindred, tribe, ancestry, chosen family. This is going to be, that to me also speaks to who you're choosing to represent you, or you could be the representative. You know what I mean? That you could be the lawyer, which would imply all of this as well, where you're having to, and I think that actually does lean more toward lawyer with the hangman, but you can also choose not to represent one party or the other. I think there's it almost feels like a class action lawsuit. You're the lawyer, and you're going to get to choose your tribe, your the chosen side you want to represent, and maybe you should sit down, look at all sides before you proceed. That's what I got. It's very interesting. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And y'all have a good night. Bye.